Good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. First of all, I'd like to express my deepest condolences and those of Secretary Hagel's and the entire American people to the families who lost their loved ones in the mudslide in Hiroshima. Our thoughts and prayers go out to all of those who have been impacted by this awful tragedy. It has been a very, very big pleasure for me to be here in Japan and to be able to meet today with Vice Minister Takeda. We had a very productive and positive meeting. And I look forward later today to meeting with Vice Minister Kishi and tomorrow with Minister of Defense Onodera. Both Vice Minister Takeda and I agree that the U.S. Japan alliance continues to be strong. We believe it's the cornerstone of peace and stability in the Asia-Pacific region and a critical part of the U.S. rebalance to this region. The Asia-Pacific rebalance, and particularly our alliances and partnerships, are the highest priority for President Obama and Secretary Hagel, myself, and the entire Department of Defense. Shortly after I took this position, Secretary Hagel asked me to lead the implementation of our posture enhancements throughout Asia. And to that end, I've just completed visits to Guam and South Korea, where I saw firsthand the significant progress that has been made to bolster U.S. force posture in the Asia-Pacific region. In Guam, I saw many of the Japanese-funded projects that are helping us to build new infrastructure there, to facilitate the relocation of Marines from Okinawa, and to continue to transform the island to an important strategic hub for the Asia-Pacific. In my meeting with Vice Minister Takeda, I emphasized the central role that Japan plays in our rebalance and the significant progress that we have made to transform our alliance and realign U.S. forces in Japan so that together we can more effectively address emerging security challenges. To that end, Vice Minister Takeda and I discussed the revision of the bilateral defense guidelines, which are critical to our efforts to build a more balanced and effective alliance. We strongly welcome Japan's recent cabinet decision permitting collective self-defense, which should enable an ambitious and substantive revision to the guidelines that allows Japan to play a larger role in our alliance and to contribute to regional and global security. We also discussed the significant progress that has been made in realigning U.S. forces in Japan so that we can establish a force posture that is geographically distributed throughout the region, operationally resilient, and politically sustainable over the long term. Tomorrow I have the opportunity to visit the Marine Corps Air Station in Iwakuni, and there I think I will witness much of the progress firsthand, including the recent relocation of KC-130s, refueling aircraft from Okinawa, and the projects that are underway there to facilitate the relocation of Carrier Air Wing 5 from Tokyo area in 2017. Iwakuni is a critical component of our realignment, and the progress we have made there is nothing short of astonishing to me. I think you know I was the Undersecretary of the Navy in 2009 to 2013, and the progress we have made since then is very gratifying. I also expressed my appreciation for Japan's efforts to move forward on the construction of the Fatima Replacement Facility airfield. This is a major accomplishment that opens the way for us to make substantial progress in the realignment of U.S. forces on Okinawa. Over the next several years, we will deploy a number of advanced U.S. capabilities to Japan to enhance our posture and to maintain regional deterrence, including the first overseas deployment of the Marine Corps F-35 in 2017. We have also made rapid progress in constructing the second TIPI-2 radar site, which we completed by the end of this year. We appreciate very, very much Japan's strong support and close coordination during this entire progress. The U.S. Navy is also moving forward with plans to deploy 2 additional ballistic missile defense ships in Yokosuka by 2017, which will greatly enhance our alliance ballistic missile defense capability. We also welcome Japan's new arms export policy and the passage of the Secrets Protection Act, both of which we believe will enhance defense industrial cooperation with the United States and other partner nations in the region, especially Australia. This will lead to lower costs, we believe, better capabilities, and enhanced operational cooperation that will promote security and stability in the Asia-Pacific region. The United States cannot stress more its appreciation for Japan's important role as a contributor to peace and prosperity in this important region and the rest of the world, and we are steadfast in our commitment to Japan's security. I very much look forward to working with Minister Takeda in the coming months as we further deepen this very important alliance. Thank you.
はい、続きまして代表質問に移らさせていただきます。お時間の都合上、質問は日米、それぞれ1問ずつとさせていただきます。質問者は所属および氏名をおっしゃった後、前方のスタンドマイクでご質問をお願いいたします。はじめに日本側から1問ご質問をお願いいたします。
NHK の太田と申します。よろしくお願いします。武田副大臣と枠副長官のそれぞれに対して質問させていただきます。まずアメリカ軍普天間基地の移設計画についてですけれども、今の冒頭の発言の中でも意見交換をしたというお話がありましたけれども、改めましてですね、枠副長官は工事の進捗状況についてですね、どのような評価をされているんでしょうか。また武田副大臣はですね、その評価に対してどのようにお感じになられたんでしょうか。また負担軽減、沖縄の負担軽減に関連してですけれども、日本政府は自衛隊に導入する新型輸送機オスプレイを佐賀空港に配備した上で、アメリカ海兵隊のオスプレイの部隊にも佐賀空港を活用するように求めています。武田副大臣は今日の会談の中で、具体的にどのような協力を求められたんでしょうか。また、ワーク副長官は、佐賀空港について、その訓練での利用ですとか、部隊の暫定配備について、どのようなお考えをお持ちでしょうか。最後に冒頭の発言の中でありましたガイドラインの見直しについてお尋ねですけれども、ガイドラインの見直しの中間報告の時期についてと、あと日本側の役割に期待するという大きな役割を果たすという発言もありましたけれども、ワーク副長官はその日本側にですね、具体的にどのような役割を期待されているんでしょうか。お願いします。
まず武田防衛副大臣。
まず普天間基地の移設計画についてでありますが、ワーク副長官との間で、普天間飛行場のキャンプシュワブへの移設に対する日米両国のコミットメントを再確認するとともに、私の方から普天間飛行場代替施設の建設工事に関わる最近の進展を説明いたしました。日米ともにこのような進展を歓迎する旨、ワーク副長官と話し合ったところであります。次に、沖縄の基地負担軽減につきましては、今回の会談で幅広く意見交換を行いました。米海兵隊による佐賀空港の利用についても、その議論の一環として話題に上りましたが、これ以上の詳細については、依然、地元自治体や米国との調整中の段階であることから、お答えを差し控えさせていただきたいと思います。また、日米防衛協力のための指針、いわゆるガイドラインの見直しにつきましては、ワーク副長官との間で、見直し作業に関する中間報告の作成に向けて、引き続き日米間の議論を進めていくことで一致をいたしました。以上です。
To the first question about progress on Okinawa and the Futenma replacement facility. As I said, I was the Undersecretary of the Navy between 2009 and 2013. And we had many, many challenges in moving forward on the Futenma replacement facility. So as I come into this job as the Deputy Secretary, I'm very, very excited and I'm very, very gratified with the progress that has been made. The signing of the environmental impact statement, the signing of the landfill agreement, and the recent starting of boring in the bay up near Hanoko are all signs of tangible progress towards the Futenma replacement facility. And personally, I'm extremely excited about how that is going. Closely linked to that, of course, is the marine buildup on Guam, which would allow us to relocate Marines off of Okinawa and is tightly related to the Futenma replacement facility. And having just come back from Guam, I can tell you that the momentum of the construction and the momentum of the move there is really starting to pick up. So overall, I'm extremely enthusiastic about the direction of things. As far as the relocation or the Saga Airport issue, I'd like to refrain from going into the specifics also, as Minister Takeda said. But as confirmed in our 2+2 agreement in 2013, the Fatima replacement facility is the only solution that avoids the continued use of Marine Corps Air Force Station Fatima. And because of that, that is why I'm so excited about the progress. As a general principle, I committed to Vice Minister Takeda that we will explore all mitigation impacts, and we will continue to do so. But the long-term solution is the Fatima replacement facility, and I'm so very happy with the progress that we have been made in that regard. As far as the defense guidelines go, this doesn't happen very often. The last time we revised the defense guidelines were in 1997. So we believe that this is an inflection point for our alliance, that by taking the time and by doing a good job on the defense guidelines, we will strengthen an alliance that already is the cornerstone of our security arrangements in the Asia-Pacific region. And we believe it will lead over the long term to a safe, prosperous, and secure Asia-Pacific region.
Now we will take a question from Associated Press.
I'm Maria Miguchi of the Associated Press, and I would like to ask both Vice Minister Takeda and Deputy Minister Work, how does Japan's recent changes in defense policies to be able to play a greater defense role internationally, how does it affect U.S. and Japanese security policies in the region, particularly in relations to Japan-U.S. bilateral alliance, and also one including trilateral framework, including South Korea, for instance, in the area of missile defense and other strategies. Thank you.
Mr. Work, please.
Well, first of all, the U.S. government welcomes the collective self-defense initiatives started by the government of Japan. As I said, from our perspective, the rebalance to Asia from the United States perspective is all about creating a safe, secure, and prosperous Asia-Pacific region. A lot of people seem to think that it is all about military instruments, but it's not. It's about strengthening our alliances so that we maintain peace and security in the region. And it's about fostering, prosperity throughout the region, which is why the Trans-Pacific Partnership is so important as part of the rebalance. So the fact that the collective self-defense has been debated and been approved here in Japan, leading to a renegotiation or a relook at the guidelines, is what we believe is really going to provide security for the region for a long time. As I told the Vice Minister, I think 10 years from now, people will look back to this very time and say this was one of these signature things that allowed peace and prosperity and a secure Asia-Pacific region to grow and thrive. In terms of the trilateral aspects, there's another alliance that we very much value, and that is the alliance with South Korea. Both of these alliances help maintain peace and security in Northeast Asia and throughout the region. The more that we can exchange information among our three countries, the better it is for both of our alliances and for peace and prosperity in the region. So we welcome all different types of ways to further this trilateral discussion, and we think ballistic missile defense is a very, very good place to start because of the common threat that we face, specifically from North Korea.
日本の安全保障政策の変化についてのご質問もありました。取り巻く安全保障環境が厳しさを増している状況の中においては、当然、我が国としても、それに順応した安全保障政策の転換というものが求められると思っております。アジア太平洋地域の平和と安定、これを実現するためには、当然のごとく、日米同盟をさらに強化するということが、最大のポイントになってくると思います。それは信頼関係の構築であり、さまざまな情報を共有するという多分野にわたってそれがなされるものであると思いますけれども、我が国だけの抑止力のみならず、日米同盟としての抑止力というものが加わって初めて、この地域の平和と安定が実現されるものというふうに考えているわけであります。今日副長官とさまざまな分野について議論を交わしましたけれども、日本の安全保障政策につきましては、大変な評価もいただいておりますし、普天間の問題、沖縄の負担軽減の問題と、かなり前向きな議論も今日は果たすことができたわけであります。概して言うならば、今後さらに緊密に連携を取りながら、関係諸国も含めた上で緊密な連携を取りながら、双方の力を合わせて、この地域の平和と安定に力を発揮していこうという、そうした統一の意見が出されたわけであります。
それでは、これで共同記者会見を終了させていただきます。武田防衛副大臣、我が国防副長官、ご退場ください。記者の方々におかれては、しばらくそのままでお待ちいただきたいと思います。